Alright, so we got the recording going. We're upright. We got the teams in here. Clever team name of SP and Spartan Vanguard. Let's see if they're ready. Yerp. They're ready. So let's get it on. We got a late cast, but I know the hype is real. We're looking forward to seeing a good matchup here in CPL 2v2 of the Liminal stage, which is GC1 to GC2, if you're curious. Of course you're curious. Everyone wants to know. But we do put it on the top of the display. It's just tiny and hard to see. So, might as well mention it. But week 3, and that one's a little bit off, as we almost have our first goal of the series. But we got Aiden on SP, clever team name, trying to challenge. And what a shot! And it's off! You thought that would bounce in. The crossbar is not favorable tonight. But Tundrum beaten out good. Nice speed shown. But still can't find the mark. And Spartan Vanguard looking pretty solid. Just can't capitalize on a score. Now Tundrum trying to stay with it. Does a good job staying behind it. And a big demo. But impressive effort on defense. Rushing back. As SP still trying to hang on. And that's a tough reaction. Almost saved. That would have been incredible. Floundering around. Almost hit out. But just too much. And there's a kickoff to follow. Nothing like a kickoff to really set things in motion. Or just spur on depression. But up by 2, just like that, Spartan Vanguard. As they're having a little trouble scoring. But since then, have opened things up. But good cut across, and we're still looking at clever team name. Can they get one on the board? There's certainly a time needed. But 2 converge and beat out. And that's a time where a double commit doesn't really harm you. But wise demo going through, unfortunately, for Tundrum. It's a little bit wide. But makes the full effort. Controlled in the air and capitalizes, and they are up by 3 and a strong start for this one. Bell says they united like Power Rangers to get that possession, but that's team pinch gonna be off, and there's a crossbar touch. However, you can't count out SP clever team name. They've been around quite some time in a number of leagues. And perhaps just a little slow to start. And we've seen many teams come alive in the second half. Matic moving it down. That's going to be taken care of from Aiden. But 2 minutes ago, back and forth play. But trying to navigate, and that bump almost connected, would have cleared the way. And you're seeing how pivotal bumps are in this one. Tundrum, initial touch does get the boost, but shots coming through, but no follow, and Tundrum happy. Square this away, and unfortunately we have to comment on that pinch, as he's dedicated to getting a pinch goal. But will we see it? We should have just did a prediction on that. Will we see Tundrum get a pinch goal in this series? That's more more valuable on voting. But still scoreless. SP trying to see if they could get one late. Makes one miss, but GC Lock booming it down. And Tundra in the air, making things awkward. And what a save. But that's going in. What a block. Or 50, or challenge. Whatever you want to call it. It's going in with some sauce. And Spartan Vanguard up by 4. Strong showing in game 1. As they're starting the right way that they want. That does not count. That would not be an official pinch. 15 seconds left. Both teams looking for a late goal. Carry momentum. Aiden. High touch. Beat out. Is it there? And they converge. And great effort from them. And might not seem like much. You're down in the game. But just to get that off your back. Get that first score finally. And maybe you could carry some momentum into game 2. As we will be going to Forbidden Temple. But once again, we will... Well, not once again. I don't think we mentioned it. But the top left, that's our sponsors for CPL. So big shout out to them for helping with the prize pool, making it possible. And makes the league that much more fun to play for. But game 2 is here. And what kind of start will SP Clever Team Name have in this one? They did get a late goal. And they know what they're working against here in Spartan Vanguard. So an early start going to be key. As Spartan Vanguard had a 2-goal lead and quickly and ran with it in game 1. But hit out. Tundra, awkward touch. Kind of making it happen, but how unfortunate that's going in. And GC Lock more than happy to fire away. It could have been past them. Instead, he watches that unfold. A touch going wide. And what could have spelled trouble instead allows for a shot chance. Oh no, Macho staying bench. You can't say that, Macho. But Aiden does strike through, and that's great positioning from Clever Team Name. And also having the numbers advantage. And tried and true, off the wall, quick shot. And a big tie for them. As we're back to the drawing board. High bouncer. This could be another opportunity. And they almost converge together to put that through. But slightly missed opportunity. And risky with the stoppage. But tactical fake. You see Lock. And what are we seeing in this game? We're just seeing a whole mess of both teams having to work together to get a touch. Or maybe they mean to, maybe they don't. Either way, we've seen it like 3 times already. As we're in for an awkward one. But Aiden trying to scoop. Can't quite hit the bouncer. Sev stays on the ground, and we just have a series of 50s at the midfield. As gaining ground not easy, and there's the last second save. But awkward, and there again. And gets deleted. Now don't have to worry about him anymore, but has been a staple on defense. But they are recovered, ready to counter. And there's a demo going the other way. And GC lock just in time, holding down the defense. But more 50s coming out. And Tundrum backwards. But maybe he makes a play instead, going wide. And how does either team make a stance? Well, that is unfortunate and would be a good play if you were facing the other way. But a side challenge, gonna be rough, and especially in front of net, they definitely want that one back. And exactly, a good force 50. And obviously it wasn't moving. Spartan Vanguard wasting no time to challenge that. And through the power of brute force and sheer will. As Tundrum does mention in chat, he's a tank. He is quick to chat. But hit down, closing in on 1 minute, and only a 1-goal lead for Spartan Vanguard, and that is eliminated. And Vatic has been huge in this game, has stepped up in a big way, and there is more evidence of such, as gets a tying goal to stay in this one, but inadvertent touch, and Aiden had to close in. Looking like that would fall through. Almost a mistake resulting in a goal. But GC lock. No boost spawn for him. Passes. And that's a wide shot. Almost finding the mark. Tundrum. Demo and leaving it. And this could be an open net if Tundrum could get back, but he's far. And Vatic is there for the save. An extra touch. And can they hold on? 13 seconds left. SP Clever. They're trying to not give this one up, not give the goal up before OT. Although they might have a chance, but that is shut down. OT, kickoff goal? Question mark. But big beat. Tundrum trying to get it to his teammate, but being challenged and controlling the midfield and back and forth. Series of decisions. And it's almost like a chess match. And if you're too far forward, it's going to be a problem, but it comes down to the bump, and Tundrum does it so well. And leading the way, and those bumps are key, especially you're in a 2v2, you eliminate one player from contesting. Numbers, such a numbers game. But that is match point for Spartan Vanguard as we go to DFH Stadium. But a very close one. SP have been ramping it up. Now they know do or die, can't afford any more losses. So we fully expect their full effort coming for. And Tundrum still got to get that pinch. Make him a liar. Because I don't think it's happening. And Aiden wisely knows it's happening, or gonna be attempted, said, nah. But Aiden, 50 to round, but that close 1-2 combo of Vanguard. Aiden can only drop it off. And Tundrum following. Strong shot, but there's more defense from Vatic. But big demo once again, and this time GC Lock with the demo and using the numbers to their advantage. Forward player going for the bump, going for the demo. And they play close by as well, so you know the shot will follow quickly. And quick on the draw as GC Lock having himself quite a game 3. But almost a kickoff goal, and very much needed for SP. But that's rolling down. GC Lock trying to get back. Not going to matter. Aiden, huge 50 on the challenge. And see, right there, GC Lock only could go one direction. And so, in essence, a simple challenge for SP. And trying to bump on their end almost results in a goal, but monumental effort from GC Lock, avoiding the bump, and in turn gets a goal. But you like the idea from SP, taking a page out of Spartan Vanguard and almost a lock on a goal. Could have been tied up instead. SP down by 2. Aiden ran out of boost. And Tundrum going to that left side again. Trying for a crazy pinch. That would have been definitely clip worthy. 3 minutes to go. And Tundrum can't follow through. Aiden is there, putting a shot on. GC Lock on defense. And big beat. Tundra might be in an awkward spot, but does get a touch safely to the side. And trying to break down. There's good pressure from Clever Team. But that one's going to be a little bit wide. And constant battle, just back and forth. Would you expect anything less? Trying to gain ground. By 1, big beat. Well, of course, that's going to be wide. Can they just break through, get something? And there's Tundrum going for the pinch. Going to be off. But 2 minutes to go. And GC Lock surprisingly gets that goal. We didn't see a demo there. And thought that would maybe be saved. But, you know, sometimes you fire at will. And you get goals to go in that maybe you think are not going in. But Aiden needs help to be pushed out as in front of net. But great pass. Great shot. SP are not out of it yet. Down by 2. And in a 2's game, very possible. But tactical fake. Big beat. Can they use the numbers advantage? And didn't need to. What a shot. A tough angle. You might like to see that lead blocker, but Didn't happen, but I guess do they really need one? No, because they're one goal away from tying, and certainly have ramped up, have realized the situation. Aiden, initial touch, trying to get it by. Nice bump to cut off, and missed opportunity in front of net for a shot. GC Lock can't get one, and so Spartan Vanguard trying to get a security goal here. One goal is not quite enough to feel safe. There's under 1 minute to go. But they're looking for the sweep. Meanwhile, SP trying to just get a game here. But more time ticked off. GC Lock gets a high touch. It's Aiden trying to fight and still going for that pinch. That is right, Bill. But Aiden, a simple shot, but saved. Looking like it would be going through. However, they're in danger. Aiden. Nope. But the man of the hour almost ties it up. And Spartan Vanguard, they take the victory. And if you voted for Spartan Vanguard, you are correct. So, big shout out once again for the previous raid of Alyssa B. Casting. Very much appreciated for that raid going into this one. Of course, thank you for everyone lurking and all the people in chat. It makes casting that much more exciting, and I appreciate the support. And I'm sure also teams appreciate it. So whether you voted or rooted for either side, it is appreciated. But big shout out to both teams as well, of course, for putting on a show. It was a very good series despite the score line. Close for much of it. But once again, we'll shout out Spartan Vanguard for their victory. Congrats on the win. And we'll see you tomorrow for a cast. That's over on Royalty. But thanks again for this cast, viewing it. And we'll put up a VOD on YouTube.